Hello there everyone, it's SoulServer17 here, and let me produce like usual. I did not use pictures, this is not paid video. Okay. Reasons why I did not put it out yesterday. Well, I did not make it yesterday. Well, I was trying to send it out to my phone. The file kept on getting corrupted. So I just waited till tomorrow morning, and it's like 11 o'clock right now. So yeah. I made this video like 3 to 4 times. So let's just get through this. We all know I left off right after Deku defeated the Nomu, got really hurt badly. And yeah, but I just want to explain something real quick. When I started this series, I wanted Deku to have a blood quirk that was blood manipulation, blood bending, but telekinesis, really, because his mom. And I also wanted his dad to technically have a secret quirk that he didn't know about because of, well, he didn't have it until a certain somebody he saved accidentally. He just, he didn't know who All For One really looked like, so, yeah, I'm just saying, he saved All For One, and All For One was kind of grateful for that. So he kind of gave him a quirk that's never could be activated, but it's always on. It's called a protection quirk. So, since, he combined it with Hisashi's, quirk, also, he was unconscious when he did this to Hisashi, All For One, so yeah. So basically, Hisashi has a quirk that is always on, will always protect him, no matter what. So that's where the hardening of his blood idea came along. It wouldn't have been possible, but it was because of this. And so it was like a weak quirk, but when it was passed on to Deku, it became stronger. And now, it'll, literally, no matter what happens, Deku will always, be able to, if he's unconscious, his blood will be able to, protect him. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to have. And basically, it would also fix any wounds he has. So, when he focused his blood into his own leg, which was broken, I said in the last video, he, basically, the blood was secretly, sewing up stuff for him back together and fixing it. But anyways, that's enough explaining. Let's just get into this. Alright, this is why Deku had a blood quirk, part 4. Okay, so, as Deku's waking up, he doesn't know where he is. He sees 2 people there, and he says, Where am I? And then Inko says, My poor baby, you're alright. And Hisashi goes, Izuku, is everything okay? He goes, how you feel? And he goes, I feel pain everywhere. I don't know if I can move right now. And Inko says, don't you were in a lot of pain when the doctors were, when Lady Recovery Girl came in, she said your damage was not that bad as everyone thought. He goes, wait, what? And he just gets up, and Recovery Girl is in the room. She goes, yes, it is. As your mother says, your damage to your body wasn't that bad. You did have a broken bone and a couple of fractures. But then Deku says, wait, my arms and my legs should have been torn. Bones broken in multiple areas. Even a broken rib. Heck, even my muscles and my arms should have been ripped and teared apart a little. And she goes, yes, the way Mr. Aizawa described it, you would have, but for some reason, I noticed your blood was acting quite weird, and I already explained it to your parents. The doctors even said, well, the people in the ambulance said it was acting weird. While they were in the back with you, your blood was starting to, move on its own. It was like your body was making your blood fix you up. As he goes, wait, what? And, I told the doctors to well, analyze you to see if you had more than one quirk. I mean, your parents' quirks together who knew come this powerful, but there's something else that may be a problem. Maybe your quirk evolved, or maybe it's just normal. The doctor will be here in a few minutes, and right on cue, the doctor comes in. She asks, and she says to him, "Doctor, is there anything wrong with Midori over here?" And he goes, "Well, actually, we analyzed this. We found a second energy wave. I think of course, have energy wave or signal wave, basically. Um, so yeah, but back to it. But anyways, he says we found a second energy wave. We had determined it is from your mother's, and the first one's from your father's. But then we got a faint one within your father's quirk that was combined with your mother's. Since it was both combined together, it became one with you, your mother's and your father's. So that's what we mean. We found two different energy waves. But within your father's one, there was a different one that didn't match up with the quirk he had. And Hasashi goes, "Wait, what?" He goes, "Yes, somehow in some way, you're given another quirk. That's what we came up with. That's why it took me a while to even come over here. And so before I came to the room, I called in somebody who asked me a while back if I could help him. He explained the whole entire situation he was in, and so I called him in. And here he is. As then All Might comes in, and Izuku goes, "All Might? Why you?" As he goes, "Please, Midoriya, I need to explain something." As then he just says, "I think I can trust you with this. Trust all of you. That isn't Recovery Girl and the Doctor with this information." As then he transforms, and Deku goes, "Wait, what? All Might?" As then next thing you know, he goes, "Why are you so small? I mean, how did it?" He goes, "Well, I was in energy with," and he goes, "Wait, toxic chainsaw?" He goes, "No, but you do know your stuff, kid, but, no. It's with a man called All for One. That's the name of his quirk, so he named himself after it. He's my, well, you can say my nemesis. I'm supposed to defeat or destroy." As then he goes, "Wait, so you're telling me he did that to you? He made you small?" And then he goes, "No, he did this to me." As he pulls up the shirt with the scar, as Izuku just says, "So you've been fighting villains with that type of injury?" As he goes, "Yes." And next thing you know, a blood tendril just comes out of Deku's back and just smacks him right across the head. He goes, "What was that for?" He goes, "Are you an idiot?" As Recovery Girl just laughs. Even the doctor goes like, "Oh," he goes, "It's not that funny." "And what do you mean?" He goes like, "Seriously, you're the number one hero, right? Then act like one instead of a child who's just trying to be always impressing a parent. Seriously, first of all, you have an injury. Help other heroes to take less of the work. Take more of the work for you, so you can actually have more time to be the number one hero." So I'm only guessing this. You're about to tell us something about how he may be still alive and all, right? And he goes, "Well, I believe that, but still, I don't know if it's true, Midoriya. And don't hit your teacher like that." He goes like, we're not on school property, so deal with it." As what am I just thinking? Man, this kid is really dangerous when he wants to be. This is why Nezu wants him to become a hero. If he becomes a villain, I don't think I can even stop him. He says this to himself in his head. So then, as Hasashi says, "Doria, Izuku, please let him talk." He goes, "Sorry, Dad." But I'm right. You know, Mom, right, Dad? And they say we know, as they kind of like are about to actually say the same thing before Midoriya said, just slapped him across the head. As they said, "But we are proud of you." As All Might says, "Why does his father and mother think this is okay?" As they kind of just glare at him, like if they're like a parrot towards him, he's like, Why do I feel like I'm gonna get grounded? I'm old. I'm older than him, and yet I feel like I'm about to get grounded. So, so that's what happens. So as you just says, so as I was saying, he may even though I defeated him, or at least tried to kill him, he maybe is still alive. But there was a fight that I had with him before our final one. There was a man that he carried to a safe place. I did not know his name, but he was a young hero, just to be on not on duty at the time. As then Hisashi goes, "Wait, what day? What day was it?" And he just says some random day, like March 7th, the year, whatever year they're in. He was like, "I, I saved the guy from falling debris, and next thing you know, I saw you, and I was unconscious." And he goes, "Wait, you're that man that saved him?" He goes, "My name is Hisashi Midoriya." And I say the man that I can't remember his face very well or his hair, but he did wear a suit. I remember that. As as all my just thinks, but you still have your quirk. As Hisashi's arm with blood comes out of it and everything else. He goes, "Yeah." And then he goes, "Alright." Then he must have given you one. He goes, "Wait, what?" Even Ink was confused, and Midori just goes, someone can give away quirks? How?" As then All Might says explains, he goes, "All for one." Basically steals other people's quirks. And then gives them away to people who don't have them. Or who do. They have two quirks then. Multiple, actually, depending on how much power they want. He's the number one villain for a reason. Midoriya. And if he did give your father a quirk, then that would explain how your blood was reacting before the cops came. And your blood was reacting to just in general. It must be as the doctor says, a protection quirk. A quirk that was very weak from your father's. As the doctor, I just remember looking at him, goes like, "What do you mean?" He goes like, Hisashi goes like, "Remember when we asked you to come over to the room to get your quirk analyzed? Same thing with your wife, Mr. Midoriya?" As they both nod, he goes, "We detected the same energy region slash wavelength within your quirk from your son's. But it was a weaker one. But your son has a stronger version of it. It seems like every time this quirk will be passed on through generation, it'll get stronger over time. And so we don't know the extent of how much damage was done to your son here before his quirk started to mend him back together. As Deku's eyes are just widening, even Hisashi's, even Inko's, as they look at their son, as Deku just looks at them and he goes, and his recovery goal says, "Well, to have a quirk that protects you from anything, actually, that's quite amazing." As All Might says, "I agree, but still, it was quite dangerous if anyone found out you had this type of quirk." And he goes, "Why?" Deku just asks and goes, "Some people may try to fight you to see how strong you are with it, but I never seen you activate it." Then he's about to ask the doctor says, "Because it's always activated." As Hasashi's eyes, when he goes like, "Wait, there are some quirks that you can't activate?" He goes, "It's like a mutation." No, wait, not a mutation. It's just like one of those quirks that it's always on. Like you have a tail, or have antlers on your head, or something. And it's something like that. He goes, "So wait, so that means the reason why I can harden my blood underneath my skin as a thin layer, it could be because of that." for a normal person to do that, it wouldn't be that possible at all. It may be hard, but it would probably not be that much of a possibility. I'm trying to say is Mr. Midoriya. As the doctor, looks at Izuku Midoriya, he says, "Now, Izuku, your quirk seemed to have mended a lot of your damage to you, and was holding it together until Recovery Girl healed you. Even though it didn't look like there was much damage, it might have been a lot. And somehow in some way you survived an attack from a Nomu, a creature that, well, Mr. Azawa said." He was, yeah. Oh, and then he just suddenly realized, "How's everyone else? Is everyone else alright?" Was as the class. As the doctor and Recovery said, yes, it's alright, it's alright. All my here kind of agrees to it as he's not. Someone already outside of on the other side of the room, on the outside, in the waiting area for you. It's, as he goes, wait, who is it? He goes, Kirishima, Todoroki, Ida, Suyu, Kaminari, Jiro, Momo, Mina, and why not? Let's just say Mineta. Yeah, let's just say Mineta. I think that's all the people I said in the last video. If not, then please someone tell me. Oh yeah, Maka, Hiyashi, and Soya. As and basically he does sigh of relief that everyone was okay, and then he is kind of shocked that everyone that talks to him is there. And then All Might says, but there was a lot more people there. As he goes, wait, well, he goes, like, everyone in the class 1B. And he goes, like, who? He goes, Monoma, Tetsu, Kendo. And then he just starts naming the people in the class. And including Toga, as he says, so they all leave. He goes, yes, everyone but Toga. So, would you like to get out of your bed and see them? He was like, yeah, I think I can walk. As, he looks at Recovery Girl, she nods her head. Says, your body is very, very healed. Don't worry. Besides, I think your blood did hold up most of your body, well, not your body parts, I mean tendons. And your legs that were cracked, it patched it right up real quick. It was kind of impressive how it did it. It seemed like no matter how much trauma, blunt force trauma it took, the blood in your bones was staying together. It was like it was reinforced steel. Not even All Might's punches probably do much. But, All Might does, say to Midoriya, was like, oh, Midoriya, I do have a question. He goes, yeah? What was with those 4 tendrils of blood that came out of your back? He goes, oh, yeah, I just made those up one time. I saw an octopus, really, and I thought it'd be cool to have that, but coming out of my back, and that way I can have 2 swords in my hand and just attack freely, for using them for blocking and attacking, so defense and attack. As always, thinking, wow, that's actually kind of a smart idea. He is very versatile in his own unique way. And so, instead he gets up, he kind of just, he still in his hero outfit, so he just puts on his boots and just kind of, his socks and boots, and just walk out of the room. And Recovery was thinking to herself, was like, how strong could his quirk be? Anybody with broken bones, they should have kept on cracking, but the way he did it, and his quirk did it, it seemed like it would never have broken. And if it cracked, it just patched right up until it was healed. And now, where's that? What happened to him? Seems like he can walk out of it like it was nothing. I have a feeling, though, that boy's gonna be very troublesome for me. Just my job is gonna be a lot more harder now. So as soon as Deku, walks out of the room, he sees. I mean, he looks over to his left, and he sees everyone that was there. And Toga just runs over right away and hugs him, and she's just starting crying. She saying, "Midori, I thought you were. I thought." And Deku just kind of just pats her on the head just because he was like, "Really, Toga? You really thought I was gonna die?" And she says, "Yeah, I heard what happened to you, and it 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 was amazing how you fought whatever that creature was, as uh, you know, as All Might does like buff back up. And he said, "Young Toga, it was called a Nomu. That creature was made to kill me, and yet young Midori here was able to fight it off like it was nothing. Of course, he did have some problems, count with the broken arms and legs he had. Yet though his quirk helped him a lot, so he had no problems in the end." And Decker says, "Yeah, I went all out. For once in my life, it was quite fun. I mean, there was a move that I kinda had. I never wanted mine to use on it, but I had no time to waste. I wasn't gonna let nothing happen. So, yeah, it was just too easy ish. As like everyone that's looking at him from his class goes like, easy, easy. They all say that. I say, you nearly died. And he goes, yeah. So the thing was made to kill All Might. You really think anyone else could have took it on? I knew I couldn't kill it. I was only trying to stall it as much as I could. But I let my, well, anger and let's just say my anger and craziness out. As Todoroki looks at him and goes like, everyone was like kind of like berating him on how stupid he was for doing it. As Todoroki just walks over to him and just punches, like, just like taps on the shoulder, goes like, so you finally let that out. Also, Toga's not hugging him no more. As everyone goes like, wait, what? He goes like, yeah, been years since I actually let that side of me out. As Sasaki and Coach just have a worried look on their face because what's what he's about to tell them, only Todoroki understands, but they don't know if he told everyone the truth about what happened to him. As then Jiro just says, "Is it because of what Bako and the other people did to you?" As he just nods, he goes, "Yeah, I kind of went crazy. If I have a chance, that's what I mean when I said I was about to let it all out one time. When I lost my friends because of his bullying them and abusing them. I was going to let that side of me out, and he was gonna know what a real monster looks like." As they all look at each other and they say, well, Momo says, "So when you said you were going to destroy that creature, I meant it. I didn't care what was gonna happen. I just had one goal on my mind." As everyone asks besides Todoroki, what was that? Protected, as he says, to protect everyone in our class. As their eyes just widen. And then he kind of, as he's walking away, as Todoroki's walking beside him, as then Ida says, "But what happens if you died?" As he stops and looks at him, and goes, and then he just says, "Well then, I would have been glad to give my life to save everyone. It doesn't matter to me. As long as everyone's safe, I'm pretty much happy." As he said that with a smile. So he turns back around and walks away. Todoroki just saying, "Dude, that's the most cheesiest line ever." I just says, "Shut it." Everyone's in shock by how much he's willing to protect somebody and that he was willing to do it. They can't understand why does he want to go this far. As they look at Hasashi and Inko and All Might. All Might's in shock. Hasashi just has a smile on his face. Same thing with Inko. As All Might says, "Mr. Midori, says Midoriya. Why are you smiling when he's willing to give up his life to protect people? And Hisashi just says, it's because of the person that somebody made him like this. He wants to prove to himself that he ain't a monster and he's no villain. He knows he's not, but he could easily become one. He doesn't want that person to get the satisfaction of him being one, so he'll put everything on the line. His body, his life, even his mind to save everyone's life he can. Even if he could just save one life, that's all he cares about. As everyone hearing this, Momo, not Momo, Toga is starting to cry, and she doesn't realize it. As Momo even tearing up too, because she's carrying even Jiro, Naraka, and Suyu, and Mina. Everyone that's a guy that's still there. Kaminari just says out loud saying, I hate Bakugo Katsuki, as everyone just nods. And Mineta says, I want to be like Midoriya. As they go like, wait, what? He's kind, he's nice. Also, he's not afraid. He's willing to do everything just to save someone's life, so I want to be like him. I'm gonna try my hardest. This is a promise, everyone. As he just starts walking away, where Midoriya is going. And so, All Might said he's gonna have to leave, as, Hisashi says thank you for teaching our son to him, and he's just walking away along with Inko. Everyone's kind of looking at All Might, including Toga, but she's looking at, just wondering why wasn't he there, and he just says that he had some business that was taking his time. That's why he wasn't there. Also, we didn't get any alerts that no one was in the area of the vicinity of the USJ, so I had no idea. If I knew, I would have been there right away. He says to everyone, and he apologized to Toga. Knows the reason why. She kind of is upset that Shigaraki didn't stop it sooner, and she's wondering why. She asks herself, "Am I falling for Midoriya? No, I kind of. He's a hero, and I'm a." And then she says, "Villain." And it's all to herself. So, but she does kind of like get a text message. She opens up her phone. It's from Shigaraki, and he tells her to get close to him. So she kind of smiles a little, but at the same time is a little bit upset. So let's go over to where Shigaraki is. So Shigaraki texted Toga to get close to Midoriya. Izuku Midoriya. As Kirigiri asks why young Shigaraki. He just says, because I need to have my nemesis to be safe. Also, to always have an eye on him for my sake. I don't want my, father to get a hold of his quirk. As he nods. Shigaraki, not Shigaraki, Kirigiri nods. But, unknowns to them, he, all for one, is listening. As he remembers a man that he looked at his wall saying Hisashi Midoriya. As he smiles, and it says, so he had a son, a man who saved my life. Well, I will as a payment, I give him a quirk, a weaker one. But it seems like his son may have inherited a stronger version of it. Do I want that quirk? As though he started to reminisce about the day he nearly died, and how Hisashi saved him. He says, I owe that man my life. As he basically snaps out of it. And so, he says, I'll not take his quirk. I'll see if anything I could do to help him. out. I owe him my life, so any way I can repay him, I would. But I have a feeling that someone else is helping out Hasashi Midoriya and his family. Right, so hold on, everyone. Gotta do something real quick. I'm back. But anyways, as then he also is thinking, wait, when has Shigaraki acted this way? He acted like a man-child. So, he's been hiding this from me. Very impressive, Shigaraki. Very impressive indeed. So, let's just say, not an hour. Let's just say a day passed. Deku comes back to school. Everyone heard about it. Unknowns to him and anyone and his family, along with All Might, something was posted online. Someone posted the fight with Midoriya and the Nomu about what he did and everything. People at school are congratulated him for doing this, saying like that's what a real guy's supposed to do. Like the guys are saying that's what a real guy's supposed to do. Is some of the girls are just like asking him like was he scared at all? Even some of the guys like in the just a lot of people are just asking him questions. Like as soon as he gets to school, he gets bombarded by questions. As he just gets okay. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of scared, but at the same time, I wasn't. I mean, if I was scared, people could have died. So, as these were the people that heard him say that, and they were saying like, if what he said was true, those people could have died, and it was the information on him, on the Nomu, just being released to the public knowledge on how it was made. Like, not like how it was made, like how it was made to kill All Might, what happened to it, what they did to it, like how many quirks it had. That was all released to the public. And so, like, he got there before the news came. He got there basically in general quicker. And he's always in his hero outfit. So, yeah. So, what happens though is, like, when he gets to class 1A, the people who are actually in his friend group now, I'm adding one more, is Tokiyami. Tokiyami is in Deku's friend group, while Baku's friend group is really small. A lot of the other people, it's like less people are friends with Bakugo in this. Like, I know that's probably like half of the class, but hey, it's Bakugo. Come on, as he doesn't. But Bakugo doesn't care at all. He thinks he's still better than Deku. Even though Deku took on the creature by himself and the way how he's fighting, all he saw was a villain fighting a monster, acting like a hero. That's all he saw in his eyes. But for some weird reason, he still is impressed by him. He acknowledges what he did, his strength, and he kind of tries to snap us out of it and says, "No, he's a villain. Villains aren't supposed to save anyone." But yet, what's wrong with me? That's what he's thinking to himself. So Tokiyami does come over like around Deku friend group area as Deku kind of glares at him a little as he says, "Thank you for protecting all of us. I'm really grateful for that." As Deku just smiles and says, "It was no problem. Don't harm no foul, right?" As he nods, and then he just asks, "Oh, how you doing?" He goes, "I'm perfectly fine. Everything in my body hurts still, but that's what happens when you go beyond your limits." Seriously, that thing was no weapon matter. I didn't even know what type of quirks it even had. Well, I mean, I knew it had regeneration, but I was wondering what else. As then Toyomi says it had shock absorption also. And he goes, "So that's why most of my hits weren't doing much damage. Only my stabbings were, and my claws." Cool. And he just says it like that as people are just scrolling like, Yeah, that makes sense. He didn't really know. He was just trying to fight it, just protect us. So Aizawa comes in and he says, "Alright, everyone, sit in your seats." As everyone does, he goes, "Alright. So here's the thing. Since the attack, you have 2 weeks off from school. Alright? Also, Midoriya, Nezu wants you to come into the to his, office, principal's office. You he wants to talk to you." As Deku nods. He nods and says like, "Okay, am I in trouble?" He goes like, "No, you're not. Also, thank you for making sure I did not go into the fight. If that thing got me, I would have been done for." Deku just smiles and goes like, "Yeah, you would have. No offense, Mr. Aizawa." As he just laughs and says, "It's no problem." Alright. Class dismiss. Get going. As everyone leaves. Before Deku gets to the door, he says, "Oi, villain! I only got something to tell you." He goes, "Yeah, was it Pomeranian?" He goes, "Not bad for a villain." He goes, "Thanks. Remember, my dad's a hero, so I was taught by him from the day I got my quirk." As Baku kind of realizes that, he goes, "How do I keep on forgetting your dad's a hero?" It was because you keep on calling me a villain. He goes, "Uh, okay, maybe my judgment is clouded by that." He goes, "Yeah, like I said, a child in a teenager's body, he won't accept the fact that he lost a fight to me. Look, my quirk is my own. Yours is yours. It's not my fault I have a telekinesis quirk." He goes, "Wait, what? Telekinesis?" He goes, "The blood bending." He goes, "Oh, so that's what it is? You're still a villain." He goes, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep telling yourself that." And Deku's just really going, "Wait, why are you not acting all angry to me? Trying to kill me or something, like you usually do." He goes, "Well, you saved my life. Unfortunately, I have to admit that even I could have done that. The way you did, it was pretty impressive. So, look, I'm not saying sorry or thank you. I'm just saying good job. But I'm still gonna kick your butt sooner or later." As Deku's just saying, "Okay, what have you done to the angry Pomeranian bomb boy, explosion boy, whoever he is? Where is he? Who are you? What have you done to him? The guy I hate the most." As Baku's friend group is just thinking, what the freak is happening? And, you know, he just says, "Can't take a compliment." He goes, "From you? No. I'm used to the whole tire trying to explode me, throw me into walls, hitting me with a chair. A lot of different things happening to me." He goes, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, whatever." As, he just gets his bag and he walks past Deku by bumping him and just walks out the door. As I technically heard this, as he smiles and says, "So, Bago Koski's realizing that maybe Midoriya's stronger than him, not because of his quirk, because how much training he's done, how much work he's put into it." My class is not that boring as I thought it would be this year. Alright. So, Deku walks out of the room and he walks all the way to Nezu's office. Nezu, he knocks on the door and Nezu says, "Come on in." And he said, Deku says, "You want to see me, Principal Nezu?" He goes like, "Ah, Zuko. Yes." As he gets down from his chair and walks right over, as he says, "Can you please kneel down?" As he does. Deku kneels down and he says, and not as and Nezu asks for his hand. It's basically Nezu's as Deku brings out his right hand, as Nezu starts shaking it, saying, Thank you for protecting everyone at the USJ." I'm so grateful for you towards you. As Deku just saying, well, not saying he's saying himself, but like it wasn't even a problem, really. As some Nezu says, though, without you there, all my probably would have been would have been there in time. But it seemed like you were trying to stall it until the villain came and killed it for you, as Deku nods. He, I did question the students, and they said you acted quite strange. Like Bako said, it was like a villain, but it was like you were just focusing on one thing. It was like everything around you was in your line of vision. And he goes, kinda. I was kinda speeding real fast, going crazy, didn't care about the pain I was in. But a lot of problems happened all at once to me. My bones were broken, my tendons were torn, my body couldn't take the strain of it. Uh, that technique I did took a lot out of me. And they go, and he asked, "Yes, what was that? Your second gear?" It was like, how can I say this? Second gear is a way where my body can speed up. I can only do it for a few short seconds, 5 to 10 seconds at most, in bursts. 5 to 10, not only 2 to 3 minutes is my top, amounts. But I went past that, and for some reason, my body it feels pain, but it feels also lighter. I don't know. Maybe I can increase the time where I can use a second gear. I don't know. It's just like I'm just gonna test it out most of this, the next 2 weeks. Try to get it stronger. And he goes, yes. The reason why is because of the sports festival. And he goes, wait, the sports festival. I saw and never told you. I was like, oh, it was supposed to be a surprise then. My apologies. Oh, also, here is your jacket. I asked personally for it to be made. As he walks back over to his desk, as he said, and Deku follows him, and there's a box on the table. So he takes off, not the wrapping, but a box that has a lid. So he has like a lid. He takes it off. He puts on the jacket, and it's black. Well, it's black. He goes, huh. So black looking like a trench coat. He goes, yes. There's a lot of features that were added to it. Some stuff that are able to that are supposed to be able to use your blood as cover or weapons. As Deku just says, so let me guess, like a smoke screen where I could have to put in my blood and shake it, and then I could just throw it, and basically the smoke will be red, and then I can use my bloody needles. And they go, yes, actually. We'll add on to it if needed, but here's the thing. There are some things that are going to be given to you. Because of this outfit, it does require you to have, or should I say, to learn different things about it. That the person I asked to made had a lot of ideas to put into this outfit, so be warned, you're gonna have a lot of different things happening with this outfit of yours. And he goes, wait, so you're telling me I have a jacket that holds a lot of different secrets that I'm gonna find out over time, and basically, it may be the most powerful thing in the school. As Nezu just says, I don't really know. All I know is he added some things that were supposed to be given to students. As Dan kind of just looks around, he sees the pockets. He sees like some like pockets with zippers on it. So when he opens it up, he pulls out he opens up. There's like two on each side, but so he pulls down the zipper and he opens up he puts his hand in the pocket and he finds a note. Explain what this jacket can do. It has some smoke screens, flash grenades, and basically a knockout gas grenade. So knockout gas basically, or no, it depends. And then it also says that this jacket has some unique features that are going to be added or given to him in time. It's just you have to wait a while for them to come on. And none of the notes says this jacket was made from the strongest material for the defense. Also, it has something that would benefit him, some type of nanomachines. As Nez is shocked by this, he goes, nanomachines? Huh. Okay, quick pause. If anybody says what I think they're gonna say, please do so. It will be fun. It will be really funny. Please, if you guys know where that is coming from, please do so. That is a meme, I believe, or in a joke in a game. But yeah, anyways, back to this. So as Deku says, the note does say, to dear Izuku Midoriya, this jacket has been made especially for you. It will not be able to be used its full capabilities by anyone else. I have given you tear gas, flash grenades, and a smoke screen grenade that would basically be able to have your blood within it. Also, your jacket is made from the strongest material for your defense from anything. Also, be warned that the jacket has a certain healing factor for you. It uses nanomachines. Basically, the whole entire jacket's covered in them, and they can make more of each other. So just know that no matter what happens, you are still human. Do not act like you're indestructible. Understand? Also, this jacket has many more features that are coming to you later on. So please, be safe, be careful. Sincerely, the guy who made your jacket. As Nezu says, oh, that man. He owes me a favor, and he fulfilled it truthfully, but didn't just so he could add more stuff to it, and nanomachines. Why did he have to put nanomachines in there? As Deku says, is there something wrong with nanomachines? He goes, there are experimental technology that the government was using they're trying to make, but they recently have finished it. So I guess 2 days ago to be precise. So I guess that's when they created the nanomachines. They must have used it on your jacket. As Deku's eyes wide, he goes like, wait, what? So that means the government made this for me. As Nezu just nods. Says, yes, actually. And he just says, as Deku's thinking, so like, oh my god. I think I think I have no idea what to even think anymore. So, after that whole entire, after he got the jacket and all, he goes home. No, he doesn't go home. Change plans. No. He gets out of school and he sees Toga. He goes, he has the jacket on and he says, yo, Toga! As Toga sees him, she goes, Midoriya! He says, just call me Izuku. She goes, alright, Izuku? What are you doing here? He goes like, I'm just walking home. I did promise to walk you home and all. Hold on everyone. So as Deku then says, I think I already said this, but I says, I did promise to walk you home and all. And she goes, yeah. But, mind hanging out, a little bit before you take me home? He goes, I got some time to kill. Sure, why not? So, what happens is, they hang out, they go to the mall, and everything. They hang out, they chat, they get to know each other. Izuku kind of likes how the way Toga just like laughs at at his jokes, and it's just she seems different from most people. But then he sees somebody, a face that he will never forget. He says, Shigaraki Tomura. As her eyes wide, as Toga's eyes just says, eyes wide as she goes, why, Shigaraki? As Deku's about to walk over there, then he noticed Shigaraki's coming over to him. As Shigaraki, as Deku just waits for him, Shigaraki gets over to the table that they're at, they're like eating something. As he goes, hello there, Izuku Midoriya. It seems that you're quite alright. That's good. I'm happy. He goes, yeah? Why? He goes, because my nemesis shouldn't be in a bed for long. The way you refined that Nomu, I was pretty shocked by it. But hey, it's whatever. Anyways, who's your friend here? He just says, it's none of your business. As he just shrugs it off, he just says, he very cares about her. That's good. And then he kind of has a sneaky idea. He kind of just says to himself that he goes like, but these two do like a couple together, so why not just ask this? He goes, so is she your girlfriend? As Deku's face goes red, and so is Toga. He goes like, no, she's just my friend, man. I do find her kind of cute and all, but come on. As he covers his mouth, as Toga's face goes even redder, as he just laughs. He goes, oh, you're in love. He goes, why do you even hear you? And he goes, villain, yeah. He said, and Deku just says, no. Why are you even here, handyman? As Sugar gets a little bit mad, and then he calms down. He was like, easy. I just need to get some stuff. So, yeah. He goes, really? Like what? He goes, new clothing, maybe some chapstick, and something to, well, help me out with stuff. He goes, oh, so your face doesn't look like all, dry and everything. He goes like, yeah, that's what happens when you have a decay quirk. It does that to you, a little. So, yeah. And then he goes, wait, how do you deal with it if you, have a decay quirk? He goes like, oh, I wear gloves that are especially made for me. Also, I, have someone help me out. So, it's all good. He goes, well, that's good to hear. Anyways, we want something to eat. He goes, wait, I'm a villain. Yeah, we're outside of it. Also, I don't want to cause a scene. Because, I don't want you to pay for my food. I just came here to get the products I need, and then I was leaving, and I got them. But I saw you, so I just wanted to come in and see how you're doing. Also, I kind of hacked into let's just say, the hospital. Your bill was already paid. Not by the school, by somebody else. A third party. And he goes, wait, what? Yeah. When was the last time your parents ever paid a hospital bill for either you or your mom or your dad? As he just said, as Deku just thinks about it, goes like, I don't really know. I don't think we ever had to. I even asked that about my parents, but it always seems like my dad says he doesn't know how, but it always gets paid off. Like we always go to the same old doctor, and that was the doctor who I had that was at the hospital too. We always just go to him. So it seems like we never have to pay him anything. Someone else does. And Shigaraki is kind of thinking on the lines of a third party. Maybe it was somebody that his father helped out or helped somebody. Also, quick pause. If you guys do remember, I did say something about a guy being in high school, like in college and everything else that his father helps out. Yeah, that is being revealed later on. But I don't remember his name right now. But I'm gonna make in the next episode, the next part of it. All right. Okay, back to it. So yeah, as that happens, He says, "All right, I'll see you around later." Hero, as he gets up and walks away. As Toga's kind of looking at him, and she does seem quite surprised that he didn't try to attack you. I was like, being foolish and arrogant are two different things, and being rash and being impatient are almost the same thing. I'd rather be something other than those two, or four, whatever how you want to think it. As Toga just says, that's pretty amazing that you're able to control yourself so well. Most heroes would have jumped at the chance to try to. And it just says, he interrupts by saying, "I ain't most heroes." And she nods. So he takes her to her area where she lives, which looks like a nice, decent enough area. So what happens? He goes home. He tells his mom the reason why he was so late. And he met the guy that was doing the USJ attack, the leader of it. As Hasashi came into the room and heard that, and he asked, "What did he do to you?" He goes, "No, he just asked me like how was I doing and all that." As Hasashi is kind of shocked along with Inko, he just doesn't understand. He just says I'm his nemesis. And then he also said about a third party paying for my hospital bill. As Hisashi and Inko kinda aren't really shocked by this, as they go I know as Deku goes, "What do you mean?" And he goes "We'll tell you after a sports festival." As he goes, "Alright. We got 2 weeks off." As Hasashi says, "I was already notified by Nezu, so start training." Alright. As Deku says, "Today or tomorrow?" He goes, "Tomorrow, just rest." He goes, "Alright, Dad, will do." So he rests, and for 2 weeks straight, he trains. He makes a new finisher move, one that involves him making a dragon, but he gets his eyes will be the white will be the black, and his eyes will be glowing red. As then, while he's making a dragon, he's about to make a punch. He gets in a stance with a punch, and then a dragon will be. Hold on, everyone. Alright, I'm back. But yeah, so he comes over the attack that involves him making a strike that has a dragon. Looks like a dragon's coming on around him. It's coming off his arm and then his body. It looks like a dragon's forming, like the head. And then as soon as he throws the punch, it goes straight right towards the person. So that what he learned, he creates. He also learns that he can make wings out of. He can make a pair of wings out of blood and just fly. Which his father was actually kind of shocked by this. And then he works on the second gear form, which he can actually hold it longer now. It doesn't feel that much strain on his body. It feels like it's. He even has the blood armor on, which he kind of increased the weight of it, but increasing the density of it, how strong it is. And also he kind of just has some weights on him. Even though he has all that, he can still be able to move real quick. And he's been doing this for the whole 2 weeks. He also learns how to make blood come from his foot into a slash. If he kicks his foot up, it looks like a slash of blood's coming at him. Then he can even learn how to put his hand into the ground and make a head of a dragon come out of. So he learns different ways how to use his blood in a fight now in hand-to-hand combat. And then he learns how to basically wrap around, he just learns different takedowns and everything else. So, but his training has been very hard on him. But since he was in the hospital, he at first he was taking it easy until that Saturday. No, until 3 days. So it took it easy for 3 days a little on the training. And then 3 days later, he just started training. That's when he come up with these ideas. So yeah, So it's the sports festival. The day of the sports festival, everyone comes back to school, Azal tells everyone about it, and then so what happens is Deku trained like crazy. People asked him, like, some people asked him that was his friend, saying like, "Did you train at all?" Todoroki didn't even ask that, and then Deku just looked at Todoroki, was like, "Did you train?" He goes, "Of course I did. I came with a new idea between my fire and my ice. It's a combination." He goes, "Absolute zero." It was like, "No, it's a idea on a certain move that you had, a certain move that you did." And he goes, "Oh yeah, the fist where I made like a dragon around my arm and then I threw it at you that was really fast." He was like, "Yeah, that one." Let me guess, you increased it to be bigger? He was like, "Maybe." He goes, "Great. Now I'm gonna have to deal with that, but it's a good thing I came up with my own idea." He goes, "Oh, cool. Copying me?" He was like, maybe I'm not. You'll just have to see." As they like fist bump, we go like, "Let the best man win." He goes, "Yeah, let's see if you win." Also, Toko has been training. Let me just say that she has been training in combat from like Kirigiri and Shigaraki. Told her that she needs to train because the sports festivals didn't come up. So while she was like studying, she also made time for training. And Mineta has trained. He has trained a lot ever since the USJ, and having the Deku, he has trained. So basically, when he came to the room, no one remember. Like he grew a little bit taller. He has a little bit more muscle on him. He has trained his body. He has also trained his mind a little bit, and he has also trained his quirk. As as someone asked him, was like, "Mineta, what happened to you?" I was like, "Oh, I just thought to improve myself." So yeah, I did that. I just decided to start working out. I got rid of everything that made me who I was, and I reinvented myself. As the girls are shocked by this, I think I said Mineta would be kicked out. Nah, I just retcon it saying Mineta would. Yeah, no, I never said Mineta was going to be kicked out, so yay. But anyways, so yeah, so he trained and he goes up. Not Mineta. Deku goes up to him and was like, "So, pervert?" He goes, "I'm working on it." He was like, "Good." Also, how much training have you done to get this tall? He goes, "Every single day. From morning to afternoon. Take an hour break. No, take a 2 hour break and then start training again until dinner. And take a rest of the break for the night. And I just really do whatever I can." So Deku's saying, "Wow, dude, I'm very surprised that this kid really did all this." Alright, cool. So what happens is he does that. Um, you know, Instead of everyone being at the door, it's really not many people are at the door because of Deku's there, and they saw what he did. So no one's gonna be there to like challenge them all. So everyone gets changed. Deku's just gonna be in his normal hero costume. He doesn't really care about those, but he's not gonna wear the jacket. He doesn't not get. He doesn't have the jacket is just a piece of clothing, but it has pockets with actual equipment in it. So Nezu like told him no, he couldn't. Wait, no. Yeah, so while Deku's walking over, Nezu tells him he can't wear the jacket because of that, and he gives it to Nezu. And Nezu says, "All right, be safe there, Midoriya." He goes, "Yep, I will." So yeah, so when everyone gets to the arena. Deku, is the one who has to do the speech, so he goes up, he does it, he goes, "Hello there, everyone. Hello." As everyone does, so he goes, "All right, my name is Azuka Midoriya. If you know me, great. If you don't, then all right. It's all right. I just want. I'm kind of good at speeches, but for this, I just want to get this done. I just want to get this started because I want to see what everyone can do, what everyone can do, not can't do. But I want to see how far one can go in these challenges or events that we have to take place in. So, I just want to say this. Just do your best. Go beyond your limits. Let no one or nothing stop you. And be true to yourself. And I hope everyone can win in their own little way. It doesn't matter if you lose, you still win because you just proved to yourself you gave your all. And even though your all wasn't good enough, you still did your best. So that means you win, in my book. Uh, um, well, anyways, just do your best and yeah, go beyond. Plus Ultra. As he walks off the stage, you know, Midnight was kind of thinking, wow, that was kind of a good speech, but as everyone started clapping, as she goes, wow, was it really that good? And some people are saying, well, I mean, he talked in front of us a lot before, but there's a lot more people, so he had that little bit of stage fright. Someone, like some people are just saying it's all right. As Dick was thinking, that was a lot of people to talk in front of him, calling the whole world. Yeah, I was a little bit terrified. He's just saying that to himself in his head. So after that, Midnight says that they're gonna be doing not a battle, obstacle course. And that's where I'm gonna leave it off, everyone. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry this came out so late and all. Anyways, bye everyone. Oh, it's gonna be coming out when I go to work. So yeah, bye.